Hi gems, welcome back to my channel. So let's get straight into it. With this nail design, when I tell y'all it is easy, it is easy. So if you're new here, I always have to go in with a matte top coat before I do any type of nail art. Now with this design, you don't really need a matte top coat. I just did a matte top coat because honestly, I didn't know where this design was going to go. I had an idea off the top of my head and I was like, okay, I'm going to just go with the flow. Now, let me give you all the materials that you're going to need for this, which is not really much. You're going to need a white, a blue of your choice, and whatever color you want the flowers to be. The blooming gel and a top coat, and whatever nail art brushes that you use or you prefer. You want the polishes to be transparent. You don't want them to be a bright, strong, deep color. You want them to be like transparent to give that water effect. So this blue that I'm taking by D&D is called Misty Blue. This is like a true deep blue. So I'm just going to take some of my top coat and add a little bit of the blue to the top coat. You don't want to add the top coat to the blue because it's not really going to make a difference because it's just going to come out looking like how it regularly looks. But if you add a little blue to the top coat, it's going to tint the top coat. I'm just showing y'all how much I actually put on there because I don't know if you can see it because of the reflection. So you're going to start off by adding a little bit at a time because you can't really take it away, but you can add more if you need more. Now, with these colors, you can't really tell if it's the right color just by looking at it. You're going to have to test it out. So I'm just pulling out my little raggedy brush and I'm just going to paint a little bit on the nail to see if it's seeable, if that makes sense, because you don't want it to be too sheer like how it is right now. That's too sheer. It still looks clear. I don't even know if seeable is a real word, but that's the best way to describe it. Seeable. Now I'm going in and doing the same exact thing, but with the white. This white from D&D is strong, so you better watch it. It's called Snowflake. I love this white. Like, this white, you literally only need one coat with that white. Just going to take that nail art brush and just go in with a really thin layer of the white. Now, whatever nails you want the water effect on, that's where you're going to apply the white first. I know everybody has seen the little water ombre effect that they were doing on the nails and stuff, but I wanted to find a way where you could do it with just the gel polish instead of doing it on the acrylic and ending up having to soak it off, because I'm the type of person, I like to change up my nails a lot. So therefore, I'm not going to want to sit there and soak it off. I'm going to just want to file that polish off and do a new design. And on this channel, I am showing y'all the beginner-friendly techniques of doing nail art. But nail art can look intimidating, but it's really not. It's just layers on top of layers on top of layers. But when you actually break those layers down, you got it. So now you're going to take your blooming gel and you're going to apply the blooming gel to one finger at a time. I cannot stress this enough. Blooming gel, it spreads really fast. So I advise that you do one finger at a time, cure that, then take it out and do the next one. The reason why you don't want to put the blooming gel on all of the fingers that have the white on there is because once you go in to cure that one finger, it's going to cure the blooming gel on all the rest of the fingers. And you don't want that. It's just going to create even worse problems. Even worse. Now, what I can advise that y'all get to help you out if you don't want to keep like sticking your client hand or even your hand in and out of the lamp, you can get the little handheld UV lights, and you could just cure really quick, and it's just going to stay in place. And then after you're all done, you could just go in for the full final cure. Now, when placing the dots, what you don't want to do, and what I have noticed, I started placing them like how you would place the crock parent. And I had to hurry up and like kind of widen it because I really don't want it to be like the crock parent. I just want it to be like, to look like water specks. So you kind of want to do the dots larger, but not too large to where it's going to cover the white, because the white is going to kind of give it that reflective vision effect, whatever you want to call it. You want to play around with it for a little bit, but not too much, because the blooming gel can start to make it spread like really wide and to where you don't want it. So once you see that it's spread enough to your likings, hurry up and cure it. And keep in mind, the dots does not have to be perfect. The more imperfect they look is the better they're going to look, because it's just a background for your flowers. Now I'm just going to take my Macart nail glue and just create these little ridges, 3D, I don't know, shells. I don't know. I was just going with the flow. I don't know what kind of flower these is, but I know I was just going with the flow. So I chose to do like this peachy orange type of color. And when I started off doing the flowers, I know I wanted all of them to kind of come to a point in the center. So I was like, I'm going to just make some ragged edges on the outside. Y'all see how I'm kind of like shaking the brush? Because I don't want it to be perfect. Because if it looks too perfect, it kind of looks unrealistic. Even though we know it's not realistic, but hey. The best way I could describe this is making them fatter at the end and more slimmer in the middle. That's the best way I could describe it. And with these flowers, you could do like either 3 petals or 4. The reason why I didn't do 4 because I didn't want it to look like a 4-leaf clover. To give the flowers a little more dimension, you could either get a color that, how can I explain this? Not goes with the flower, but I would say complements the flowers. Like peach and pink kind of coordinate with each other. And for the green, I didn't want to do the blue on there. So I was like, I'm going to just add white highlights to it. And that's going to be that. So with doing this little, I don't know what type of effect to call this, but I just put the color in the middle of the flower. I didn't bring it all the way out to the edges. I just put it in the middle and flicked it out towards the edges to where it doesn't cover the whole end of the flower. It's just covering the center. That's it. My goodness, this close-up is just letting me know that I need a refill real bad, but I wanted to do this design real quick, so oh well. Anyways, So just taking this white, I'm going to go in and highlight the flowers and add a little stem to it. Now, in this part, this is going to show I kept taking it off and on and off and on. So honestly, the more I look back on it, I should have left it alone the first time. It looked perfectly fine. But the more sporadic you do the white highlights, the more realistic it's going to look. Don't add the white highlights to every edge of the flower. Just add it to certain little edges of the flowers, not the whole thing. Just certain little edges. This set was like a freestyle experience for me. And what I mean by a freestyle experience is I wanted to kind of expand my mind and see what I could do, see what I could whip out my pockets. So, because I don't want to always go based off of inspo pics. I know most people do have inspo pics, but what if you just get that one person where they just don't know what to do and they be like, freestyle. I ain't gonna know what to do. I'm be looking like a deer in headlights because most of the time I never really freestyle like that. It's just me going off of an inspo pic. So I was like, okay, I want to start doing kind of more freestyles. So therefore, when that time comes, I could be prepared. And after I had got done doing these nails, I'm going to tell y'all this, but after I had got done doing these nails, I did not like them. I was like, what the hell did I do? But the more I had to look at them and I was like, okay, I'm going to just leave them like this and let's just see if they grow on me. And the next day I looked at the things and I said, ooh, they look damn good. But that's just like from my experience. I really want y'all to believe in y'all work and stand on it. Especially when it comes to a freestyle, because that's exactly what it is, a freestyle. You just going fresh off your head, and that's that. So after I applied the top coat, I noticed that the nails looked a little plain. They needed a little extra spice to them. So I took that McCart nail gel glue and I put like dots of water specks. It just gave the nails a little extra oomph to them. Now, the trick with that is you have to apply it after you do the top coat, because if you apply it and then top coat it, it might not be as dramatic as it would be if you apply it after the top coat. Mind you, the good thing with this is it's going to stay shiny. It's going to give the appearance that your nails are wet when they're really not. So let me know down in the comments below, how do y'all feel about these nails? Do y'all like them? Would y'all wear them? Are they too much? Let me know. I'm up to options. I'm up to hear y'all opinions. Now, these nails are kind of a lot. I know that. They are a lot. Not a lot of people wear these nails. Most people just like your regular nails, and that's it. If you haven't already, check the description down below and follow me on my socials where I'll be posting more content and you'll get more into my life. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'm going to see y'all in my next one. Bye.